Today I have for you a very fun, simple, and great way to improve your perspective, and that is with 3D boxes. Now I know that on the screen this looks a little complicated, but basically what this boils down to is, like our 1 point and 2 point perspective drawings, you do have vanishing points, but now you're going to have 3. And the beautiful thing about this is this whole artwork is made up of nothing but sets of 3. For instance, in most cases, and I'll get to the one situation where this won't happen, but in most cases when you're drawing in 3 dimensions or a 3-point perspective, you will always have 3 lines going to each of the vanishing points. So that makes it a lot easier to understand. You will also always have a horizon line. Now, like I said, I know this is going to look complicated. I know it does look complicated, but I'm going to step you through the whole process from the beginning to the end. So let's start by putting down the horizon line. What you want to do is line up on the piece of paper, either side of it, somewhere in the middle, as long as it's level, 2 points, a point on the left and a point on the right. And then you're going to draw a line connecting between them if you want to. You don't have to, but it does make it easier to understand. Then you're going to pick either the top or the bottom to put a point. That is going to be your 3rd vanishing point. Now, like I said, the beautiful thing about having 3 vanishing points or 3-point perspective is there's always sets of 3s on everything. So whenever you draw a cube, like we're going to be doing here, you're going to draw the 3 sides of the cube that you're going to see, first going down to the bottom vanishing point or the top vanishing point, whichever one you chose. You're going to be drawing 3 lines. These are going to be the left-hand side, the center line, and the right-hand side of the cube. These are going to be the faces that are facing towards you. It's like it's facing at you at an angle. Then you are going to draw 2 lines going to each one of the vanishing points on the left and right. You're going to start with the middle line, and you are going to go to either to the left or to the right at the top and the bottom of the middle line. That is going to be intersecting the other 2 lines on either side, as you see here. Now, the 3rd line is going to be the top or the bottom, depending on how you draw your cube. You are going to be connecting the opposite vanishing point to the current side of the cube that you're looking at. So for instance, the left-hand side is going to connect to the right vanishing point, and the right-hand side of the cube is going to connect to the left vanishing point. I know it sounds complicated, but once you see it and you start practicing it, it makes sense. Now, this is going to show you either the top or the bottom side of a cube. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you can see me complete a cube above the horizon line, so you can see how that is completed as well. But what happens whenever you have a cube that spans on the top and the bottom of the horizon line? Well, that is the only exception to this 3-line rule. You still will have 3 lines going to the bottom vanishing point, but instead of having a 3rd line going to the left or right vanishing point, you're just going to have 2, because you will not see the top or the bottom. Instead, you just see 2 sides of the cube. Now, like I said, this exercise, it's really great to get you in the mindset of looking at things in 3 dimensions, and it can be a little complicated. But what your assignment is to draw a set number of squares, which I will be going over with you in the classroom, or you can look at the rubric, and you will be color coding each one of the sides. You will be color coding the bottom, the left, the right, and the top. Obviously, you can't see the back side of the cube, so you're not going to be drawing that, but you will be color coding it. And once you get that completed, then we can move on to our next lesson. So this is great for getting you in the mindset of 3D objects. It's great for helping you with perspective, because most things that you see are going to be either in 3 or 4-point perspective, and it makes it look more realistic. Thank you all very much. I hope that this has helped you. I hope you enjoy your lesson.